and welcome to another episode of How Have You Not Seen? I'm Hayley.
I'm Andy. This time we are watching Mean Girls.
Woo!
From 2004.
Well done.
Yeah? Nice, that was a guess.
Yeah.
So I've not seen it.
Yeah, a little bit different than the other films that we've been talking about in the last few episodes. But we just want to mix up the genres a little bit. And also, Andy's not seen it. And I think it's a big cultural films that you should see.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I agree in anticipation.
So what do you think it's about?
I'm right. So just going from this standard teen film of that.
Yeah, because you've
period.
seen other films.
I've seen it. I mean, Freddie Prinze Jr. What a guy. But
He's not in this.
he's not in this, sadly. I would have seen it if he was in it. Genuinely. So Lindsay Lohan moves from another school. Maybe she gets in with the crowd, the sort of posh girl crowd, maybe. And I don't know what actually is going to be interesting about the film. I don't know what the plot is really beside that. I guess.
I suppose it's quite, because I've seen this film so many times as a teenager and as an adult, and it's more than just a teen flick. But I'd imagine, on the sort of premise of what you know about it, or what you think you know about it, it doesn't sound like it's going to be interesting.
No.
But we shall see. You might not find it interesting.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I was 14 when this came out.
Okay.
And I didn't know who Tina Fey was.
Yeah.
It was before 30 Rock. We didn't really have much of a... we didn't really know what Saturday Night Live was because we didn't have YouTube.
Because we're English.
So, obviously, I know now, I've seen Tina Fey on SNL, now on YouTube, and we watched films like Sisters.
30 Rock.
30 Rock, even Kimmy Schmidt, because of Tina Fey.
I love Kimmy.
You are Kimmy.
I am Kimmy.
And so in theory this will be right on my street, and that's what I'm going to be looking for really, is the similarities, the Tina Fey isms. Yeah, nice. To research, I've been watching lots of 30 Rock today and for the last month or two. For
the last year or four. That's not research, that's just your lunchtime routine.
Research. I'm dedicated to this. So I'm looking forward to it. I do think I like it. Is it so? You've watched all of 30 Rock and Sisters and all sorts of Tina Fey stuff. Is it recognisably Tina Fey?
Be honest, I can't remember, because the last time I saw this was before I watched 30 Rock.
Right. Okay.
So I'm interested to watch it with, I didn't know, because she's in it. I didn't know who she was.
Oh, she's in it.
She's just a character in it. And then started watching 30 Rock, and it's like, oh, it's her. And then learn more about her as a actor, writer, what she's done. Yeah. It's like, oh, she's this.
Right.
So
okay.
I'm watching it. I know the film. Obviously, I know the film very well. A lot of word for word, basically. But I'm watching it with a fresh set of eyes myself.
Love it. That's interesting. So, should we go watch it?
Yeah.
I'll get the pizza.
Pizza, not popcorn this time. Because we've not had tea, because we've been to work.
Yeah, we have jobs, peeps. So I'll get the pizza.
Yes.
You sort the film.
Yes.
Have you forgotten the format already? I have to do I did both last week.
I was thinking, I'd rather get the pizza. I'll get the pizza.
And I'll get the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back in an hour and a half. Shorter film then.
Shorter film.
I think it might end up being a shorter podcast as well. Maybe we'll see if that actually sort of correlates. That if it's a short film, it's a short podcast.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching, what's that really long one from the 40s or whatever?
Oh, Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah. Or Ben-Hur.
That's
Jurassic
not
Park.
Jurassic Park!
That classic Lawrence of Arabia theme.
I was singing that today at work, and I also got the Super Mario Brothers theme stuck in my head.
Obviously. I was the theme from Ben-Hur. Right. I'll get the film, you get the pizza. See you in a bit. Here's the trailer. If you haven't watched it yet, Mean Girls as a film, go check it out. There'll be a few spoilers, I'd imagine. Maybe not so many, because It's not. I haven't seen it. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I think. Well, we'll be talking about the film start, middle, end. So
It's in 3 acts.
it's in three. It's a trilogy. It's not a trilogy. Yeah.
There is a Mean Girls 2 though.
Yes, we'll talk.
Are we going to be talking about that?
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Oh, exciting! Right, here's the trailer. See you very soon.
Bye.
We have a new student with us. She just moved here from Africa.
Welcome. I'm from Michigan.
Great. I'm 16. Until today, I was homeschooled. And then it was goodbye, Africa. And hello, high school.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm Janice. This is Damien.
Watch out, new meat coming through.
This map shows the school's central nervous system, the cafeteria.
You got your cool Asians, burnouts, jocks, the greatest people you will ever meet, and the worst.
So you've never been to a real school before?
Shut up.
Shut up!
I didn't say anything. Plastics. Who are the plastics?
They're teen royalty.
That's Karen Smith. She is one of the dumbest girls you will ever meet.
I'm kind of psychic. Really? It's like I have ESPN or something.
Gretchen Wieners.
She has 2 Fendi purses and a silver Lexus.
And evil takes a human form in Regina George. She knows everything about everyone.
That's why her hair is so big. It's full of secrets.
We want to invite you to have lunch with us.
Regina seems sweet.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Your house is really nice.
I know, right?
Being with the plastics was like leaving the actual world and entering girl world.
Have you seen any guys that you think are cute yet?
There's this guy in my calculus class. His name's Aaron Samuels.
No. That's Regina's ex-boyfriend. Ex-boyfriends are off limits. I mean, that's just like the rules of feminism.
Gretchen told me that you like Aaron Samuels. I could talk to him for you if you want.
Really? You would do that?
You're so hot.
Why would she do that?
She's a life ruiner.
I knew how this would be settled in the animal world. But this was girl world. All the fighting had to be sneaky.
I want to lose 3 pounds.
They're these nutrition bars my mom uses to lose weight.
It won't close.
It's a 5. You could try Sears.
Why are you eating a Galtine bar?
What?
They make you gain weight like crazy.
Who does she think she is? I like invented her.
I'm sorry I laughed at you.
I'm sorry I called you fat.
I'm sorry that people are so jealous of me. But I can't help it that I'm popular.
Walk it off! Walk it off!
Okay. You know who's looking fine tonight? Seth Mosikowski. He's your cousin. What? He's a good kisser.
That is so fetch.
Stop trying to make that a thing.
We just watched Mean Girls.
We did. It was good.
Did you enjoy it?
I very much enjoyed it.
You were chuckling all the way through it.
Yeah, it was funny. It was really
You kept
good.
doing.
There was some genuine really big laughs.
Was it what you expecting?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was. I obviously didn't know the story. I didn't know that Lindsay Lohan would be turning against the Mean Girls, the plastics.
The plastic.
The plastics. I was watching the film, so I didn't realise that was the dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, weirdly, like I say, as I was a 14-year-old boy when it came out, just a child. I didn't really. It was directed at girls, right? It was a chick flick.
Didn't resonate.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't even on my radar, really.
Yeah.
But actually, it was as good a teen film as any, really.
Yeah.
As good as American
I think
Pie.
that because it had girls in
Yeah.
the title, it was one of those. Well, it must just be for girls, but it's just a good film.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if it was marketed. Well, it must be because it was the pink posters and the fact girls itself. Didn't realise it was based on a book.
Yeah. So it's based on a book by Rosalind Wiseman called Queen Bee's Wannabes: Helping Your Daughter Survive Cliques, Gossip, Boyfriend, and Other Realities of Adolescence. But that's not a fiction book. It's like a self-help.
Interesting.
It's a help manual, like a help guide for parents of teenage
That's
girls.
interesting. Okay.
So, that was one of the things that Tina Fey told Paramount, that she wanted to do a movie adaptation of this book, and I don't know how much of this to believe, because it's a bit hard to believe that this is true, but she apparently didn't know that it was a guide and not a storybook.
Right.
So
Fiction.
Fiction book, yes. Been a long day.
There was pictures in it.
There was pictures in it.
Lift
but
the
like
flap.
in it, so I had a little look into it actually, because I've not read this book, but I've looked into it, and it is very much like bullet points of like, do you know in the scene where she's going through the canteen, the cafeteria,
yeah,
and she's like, here's your jocks, here's your wannabes. So
yeah.
that is in the book listed as these are what the different like sub cliques in within schools are.
And that was true of school, certainly when we were kids.
Yeah, I think I'd imagine it's still there now. I don't think it's probably changed that much, because that will have been around when our parents were in school.
Yeah.
Although, no spoilers, but 21. Oh, is it 21? No, what's this?
17 again?
No, that's a good film. That's a good.
I'm just going to go for any number
Is
here.
it 21?
21
Jump Street. 21 Jump Street. When they're going back into school and the jocks, the nerds, are now the cool kids in like double backpack.
Yes.
And it's that sort of like, I wonder if now, thanks to like Geek Chic, if geeky kids
or
are
maybe
more cool.
geeks have more of an identity, to more of a confident identity.
Yeah. Although I suppose like in this, they weren't saying that any of the categories that people were in were bad. It was just, these are the categories.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine, it's still there.
And that is true of our experience as well.
Yeah.
No, I really enjoyed it, and I mean, it had some great cast.
Oh, brilliant cast. And I didn't realise how good the cast was until like now watching it 10 years on and go, oh, that is Tina Fey. That is Tim Meadows.
I mean, I absolutely love Tim Meadows.
He's so good.
He's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he's been in lots of different
That's
things.
Mr. DeVal that's
the principal.
The principal for people that don't know.
And he is just so funny.
He's so deadpan.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it, I didn't leave the West Side for this or something?
Yeah.
I think that was one of your chuckle. That was one of your laugh ones, wasn't it?
No, it was the fact he'd brought out a baseball bat to do with these rioting girls. Yeah. No, brilliant. And when he was going to try and resolve the problem, and then he realised, obviously, very quickly that he was not capable of doing this. We can keep you till 4 p.m. Really good. I mean, I love him anyway. I think he's fantastic. So it's great to see him.
With the wide flow.
Yeah.
I don't, it's my fault. I have a heavy flow and a wide set vagina. I can't do that. Well, do you know that line?
Okay.
That nearly there's a few things that they did have to change because it's a PG-13.
Right.
And it was rated R because a few things that were put in they said was too risque, and Tina Fey cut a lot of the other ones out, and I'll go into the list of what the things that she did cut out, and I think she cut them out for the right reason. But that line was one she was like, no, I'm keeping that in.
Yeah.
And the certificate board or whatever says like, no, it's too risque, too adult. And she made the point that Anchorman made a similar joke, and Anchorman is a PG-13.
Was that because I've heard the story?
Mm-hmm. That is it.
This is the
catalyst. Yeah, this is the catalyst of the why
there was dozens of penis jokes.
Yeah, like,
in Anchorman. Was that Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So and that because she was making a joke, and this isn't even a joke. It's not a joke.
No, it's something that a young woman would have to deal with, right?
Yeah. And they were like, oh, you can't say vagina because it'd be an R-rated. And I was like, they say dick like 100 times in Anchorman.
Oh, and worse.
Yeah. And but because it's seen as male humour, that it was normalised, exactly. So yeah, this was on many levels. This was a big catalyst for.
I did know that story. I didn't realise it was Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a worthwhile cause.
Yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't. It's anatomy, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
I've not seen it. I've not seen it yet. But in what's the name? Rebel Wilson and her new film.
That that's actually the story.
Is that the story? So Rebel Wilson. and Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
They've done what's it called?
You keep talking.
The Long Shot? No, it's not The Long Shot.
It's something about conning.
Yeah. So The Hustle.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So they've done a film this year that Rebel Wilson had to fight to get listed as I think that's a PG-13 and not an R-rated. But Rebel Wilson is like
a lawyer. Is it? Yeah.
She's got a law degree, so she actually fought her case and did this enormous like pages of why it's the standards are different between why a man can talk about dick and it's funny, but a woman making a fanny joke is so like shocking.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's just goes to show. So this film was made in 2004, and we are in 2019 now, and it's still. She's still having to make this sort of like, well, why can't they? And she apparently, Rebel Wilson, did actually use the Anchorman thing in her.
Well, that's the story I'd heard, so that's obviously connected to that. Yeah. And it was The Hustle.
It was, hey!
Yeah, nice.
Does look good though.
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I, so I'll let you off.
Getting into the story of it, yeah, really good. Just a really good. It was a sort of flawless example of the teen movie.
Yeah.
And for that, I know you've made a list of films that came out in the same sort of period.
Yeah. So most of them are prior to it. This was right at the end of
I thought
the.
So.
Well, it's not even at the end.
Because American Pie was early, was in the late 90s.
Yeah. I want to say 99.
Yeah, 99. Yeah. Sounds right.
This was sort of maybe the beginning of the smarter.
And it did. Even the way it was shot was a bit more, a bit smarter, a bit more. The way they used the phone, for example.
Yeah.
Using that was a bit more interesting, a bit more thoughtful.
Oh, the four-way phone call. Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't happen now, which is a shit because you don't do that. But I remember having like MSN, not so much. We didn't do me and my friends. We didn't do the phone calls, four-way thing. But you'd have a group chat and like you could be spied in on it, and if you wanted to get someone to talk, not that I did this because I was a nice girl, I just watched films all the time, but that could, like, I did hear stories of people who were like, well, I was watching that while you were talking about me, and like,
wow.
Yeah.
So that's something I've written down here to talk about. How did that resonate with you? So you were 16 when this came out.
I was 16, yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
old.
Me and my friends, we loved this film.
Right.
Really did love it.
In terms of your personal experience, did it resonate with you?
Well, girls can be bitches.
Yeah, well, I mean that's fact, right?
But yeah, I think it was just a good film. I think maybe we were a little bit too old for it, or because it was so American.
Yeah, the message from it though, was that something that I'm not saying you were.
Well, a few things that I did used to think were really funny and are kind of true, of the rules of feminism when she's feminism. Put my teeth back in. The rules of feminism when she's like, you can't go. She's already dated him. You can't go out with your friend's ex-boyfriend. That's just the rules of feminism. And it's like, that is a rule. That is a rule. You can't go out with someone if they've already seen him and dated him. So I think, there were bits in it that were that we followed. The clothes as well. So I'm watching this now, of that, like, I had so many of them outfits, of that, like,
even the one with the holes cut out of the shirt.
I didn't have the holes cut out of the shirt, no, but
the Alan Partridge.
I love that. Well, that's so true. That, like, if there was a someone that was like considered popular, you might want to dress similar to them.
Yeah.
If they were a thing. But no, the kitten heels and the like tutu mini skirts and the jeans with the really like over the top dress top. It was and the boot cut jeans. It was a grey area. Mid noughties was a grey area. But the other like team flicks.
movies, yeah.
So like the ones I've made a list, I'd imagine that you have seen most of these.
Yeah,
possibly not the first one. Never Been Kissed.
No, I've not seen that.
See, that's really, really good. So that was in 1990, and then She's All That.
Yes,
Freddie Prinze
Jr.
Oh.
Yeah, of course, I've seen that.
Take off the glasses, and that she's instantly hot.
I genuinely actually love that film. Genuinely, I've seen it about 5 times.
Have you really?
Yeah.
That's brilliant. So that was 1990. Bring It On, which I was a bit shocked at this one because I think Bring It On does have elements of this film.
Kirsten Dunst.
Well,
it's a similar clique sort of mentality. Yeah,
but that was in 2000. I thought that was later.
Right.
And then, which I thought this was quite funny. So Not Another Teen Movie, one of our personal favourites.
Yeah, we love that.
Was 2001.
2001. Okay.
Janie's got a gun.
Janie Briggs got a gun. That was 2001, so that seems quite early to be doing a parody. Maybe. I guess they were getting on the back of American Pie 2, maybe.
I'd say American Pie, and then 2 years later when they went to college. But like, I haven't got the date written down, but I'm pretty sure that I Know What You Did Last Summer was like 96 or 97.
Right, okay.
So there was a lot
there were
earlier.
Enough to take,
yeah.
Right, okay.
And then this came out in 2004. So I think this was, and this does have, I think, a different feel than the other ones. And you were saying about the how it was shot. So the director, got a little thing of what else the director had done in it.
He was a guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd done 500 Days of Summer, which has them.
He had done it, or he would.
No.
He would do it,
That's another thing that he's done. Yeah, that was later.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm gonna say 2010, maybe.
I reckon
That's
it's
a stab
early.
at it.
Yeah, I
Do you
think
think earlier?
2009 maybe.
Well, he did.
2009 and a half.
I think December 2009. So he'd done 500 Days of Summer.
Good film.
And very good film. But that's got the
2009, baby.
No, it's not.
It is.
Is it December?
September.
Oh, late in the year.
Oh, Mark Webb. He did. Did he direct this?
Water.
Mark Webb.
Oh.
Oh.
No! I did that. I went on IMDb.
Mark Webb, because he directed Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man.
It might be him.
Oh dear.
Hang on.
No, we're not cutting this out.
I got mine off IMDb.
Mark Waters.
You are now listening to Andy Googling.
He did Freaky Friday.
You did Freaky Friday. It was the year before, which we're going to talk about that in a minute.
He did not do 500 Days of Summer.
IMDb is wrong.
Oh, he did. He was involved in 500
Snap!
Days of Summer. Snap! Right.
Did you just not direct it?
Yeah, he mustn't have directed it. This is Bad Radio. Bad Radio, produced. He produced 500 Days of Summer. Mark Webb, who, like I say, directed Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Nice. That's showing your knowledge there. Oh, I'm glad that he was actually involved in it.
Yeah, but he directed Freaky Friday. So he had the thing for Lindsay Lohan.
Well, Freaky Friday is Disney film. That was the year before. So Freaky Friday was out in 2003, which is you've seen Freaky Friday, haven't you?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, Freaky Friday is brilliant.
Love's a bit strong. It's good.
I think Freaky Friday is, I think, love. But this was her, like, this was her first non-Disney role. I mean, it feels quite Disney. I think you, like, with the exception of the sex jokes and...
Yeah. So she did Parent Trap.
Yeah, that was, like, 99, I think that was. And then she did Freaky Friday. She did a few other spattering as well, but this one, Freaky Friday the year before. And then it was like Confessions of a Drama Queen, I think it was called, that was like 2006. And then all the drink driving, drug abuse charges.
Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club.
Yeah. Oh, that's so bad. But like she came off the rails in 2007.
Right.
So it was quite a fast nosedive.
Yeah.
And then she didn't really do much else. She did like labour pains when it was a film about someone pretending to be pregnant and stuff. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
We won't be watching that one.
No.
I'm not putting anyone through that. And I know who my killer was, which is a terrible, terrible film.
She is quite good.
Well, this is the sad thing, I think, of Lindsay Lohan. She was, like, in Parent Trap and Freaky Friday. She's a really good actress. She's very convincing.
She was good in this, in the sort of quite subtle changes in her personality.
Yeah, she could do the two
It
roles.
wasn't like it was a cartoonish, complete change of personality.
Yeah.
She did small things that really changed how you perceived her.
Yeah, her hair and her makeup and that. Do you notice that, like, as she got...
She's talking higher as well.
Plastic, when she started to becoming one of the plastics, she covered up her freckles.
Right.
So she got more makeup on, and it was like shiny makeup, and her hair was starting to get like back combed and bouffant, and it was like she gone from wearing no makeup basically to this really fake looking, and the dress that she's wearing, like her clothes are, I do think it's intentional as well. I think that they're like half a size too small for her, and like the dress.
Because she wouldn't know how to.
No, she wouldn't know how to do it. It is like a teenage girl trying to figure out, looking at her friends and going, well, they're wearing that, so I've got to wear that, and having your bra strap showing and things like that. Yeah, we all went through that.
So those films predated that, which is interesting. Mm-hmm. But I think this is, I mean, that in many ways that's a good thing for Mean Girls, because, like I said before, this is a flawless example of a teen movie.
Oh yeah.
Really, there's nothing you can point to as being.
And I don't think it's not just aimed at teenagers. Like, we're watching it and like.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching it now. Like our son isn't even 2 yet. But I'm watching it and looking at the cool mom and like is there alcohol in this? And she's like, no, do you want some? If you're gonna drink in the house. And it's like I had friends that mums were that.
Yeah.
And were like
with the younger daughter dancing.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Watching Girls Gone Wild and dancing to Milkshake.
Oh, love
really
that. I love that. But it's like, I think in our previous podcast we've gone like quite heavy into the how it's been filmed and things. Less so on this one, but there is some aspects that are actually, I think, quite clever. So they did quite a lot of the, like when Regina is on the phone and you're looking at her and then she looks across to her sister and you're following the eye line, and then it's Regina's eye line to the sister looks at Regina, the camera picks up her eye line, and then it looks at TV. And there were a few quite nice connecting motions to it. I think I might be trying to claw a little bit too much out of this.
Yeah, I think we're going to get to alternative castings fairly soon.
Yeah. This is not going to be an hour and a half podcast like the last one.
Yeah, this is not Raiders of the Lost Ark. I am glad we've watched it, and the Tina Fey element. Obviously, she's in it, and effectively, she's just Liz Lemon in a school.
Yeah.
But
with Tina Fey, because you we've watched 30 Rock together, but I think you probably know more about things that she's done. So should I tell you a few of the things that were cut out of it that she wanted to put in?
That would be good.
So at the very start, when the guy walks up to her and says, "Can I ask you a survey?" and he says, "Is your muffin buttered?" and she's like, what's that mean? So that line was, "Is your cherry popped?"
Right. But
I think, "Is your muffin buttered?"
Worse.
I think it's worse.
That's worse.
Yeah. Which maybe it's different in America. Maybe asking someone if your cherry's popped. American listeners, send us a message. Is asking someone if your cherry is popped, is that bad?
But I completely agree with you. Is your muffin buttered? It's a horrible image. Well, it depends on where you are in that scene, but yeah, it's a more graphic sort of idea of what they're talking about.
Although, because the I've just thought the Lady Gaga bluffing with your muffin is allowed to be played. So maybe
muffins are fine, cherries not so much.
Yeah. Another one is the do you know the girl, she says, I made out with a hot dog one time.
Yeah.
So in the original edit, that was I masturbated with a hot dog.
Oh.
Not made out. Which, to be fair, kind of fits better.
Well, it depends how big the hot dog is, I guess.
It's a wide set vagina.
Would you cook it first?
Oh, God. No, it'll just be the ones out of the jar, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you can still cook them.
They're pre-cooked. Fine.
Okay. You won't get anything from them then.
Lose off the... rinse off the brine. Oh, God.
And the brine might...
Oh, and we're stopping this. Oh, no. Okay.
Reset,
yeah. So it was that masturbated with a hot dog, which kind of in the script, when she's like, I made out with a hot dog. It's like, how do you make out with a hot dog?
That doesn't make sense, does it?
It doesn't make sense.
If you're going to change it completely, right?
Change it, yeah. So that was one. And then the last one that I could find was when Cady walks in on, what was it? Gretchen.
Yes.
Kissing in the bathroom with her boyfriend. She was meant to walk in on her giving him a blowjob.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that seems
yeah. Although the article I was reading to find this out, it did stipulate that no nudity.
Yes.
So that's fine.
That's fine.
In a PG-13. Obviously it's not. That's why they cut it out.
No, I think, probably best to cut that one out.
But I think them three things that she cut out were right to do so, but I think she was also right in fighting for the wide set vagina.
Some people just love fighting for wide set vaginas.
That's true.
100% right. You know, those ones you've just mentioned there, I think a little bit gratuitous, potentially.
Yeah. I think they were exactly that. They're gratuitous, whereas the joke is more on the principal's character.
Yes.
In that, it's that this is what young women do want to know about.
Yeah.
And it's him like, oh no, that's
being completely unable to do it.
So it's because I don't even think in that you're not laughing at what she's just said. You're laughing at his reaction.
Absolutely right,
of not being able to do it, which I think does fit with the theme of it, of female empowerment.
Yeah.
Of it is that it's what she's saying is why shouldn't she be saying that? He's asked her, have you got any female questions you have a problem with? And it's like, well, don't expect to get a straightforward I like this boy because he likes someone else. It's like there are other questions that girls want to have. And with the female empowerment thing, I've got a couple of which I thought these were really interesting. It's a bit more deep into like the sub themes in this. So Cady, and you know they make a point of that it's Katie, but it's spelt Cady. So what that is actually a direct reference to is a woman called Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and her maiden name was Cady, and she kept her maiden name as well as taking on her husband's name. In the 19th century, she was an American women's rights pioneer.
Oh wow!
She was really influential in the movement of women's rights at that time, and Tina Fey is a big fan of her and wanted to have this as a homage to her. Yeah, which I thought was really nice.
Really nice, yeah.
Yeah. There was another one as well, which is the Friends character, and I've not written this down, and the name escapes me. Her best friend in it with dark hair. Oh, side note, did you recognise her?
American Pie or not another teen movie?
No. She's in Cloverfield.
Really?
Yeah. She's the main woman in Cloverfield.
She's not the monster.
She's not the monster. No.
Yeah, Lizzie Kaplan, Janice.
Yes.
Firstly, what was going on with her hair? I guess that was the point. I guess it was the time.
Yeah.
And secondly, she was in The League, which I'm a big fan of. And
Oh wow, I didn't know she was in that.
she played Roxanne's sister, who's
Nice.
yeah. So Nick Kroll's sister.
Yes.
So yeah, and she's in Now You See Me.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think she's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big fan.
Do you want to do casting alternatives now?
I think we should. Should we have a little break and listen to
Oh
an advert?
yes.
An advert for your thing?
Buy me.
Buy
me.
Don't buy. We're not. It's not advertising. We're not advertising, Hayley.
Oh my god! And how my brain is tonight. I don't think anyone want to buy me.
We can do a discount. Listen to the ad, see if you still fancy it.
Hi everyone! Just taking a break from the podcast, just to tell you about something else that I do. As you can probably tell from the podcast, I love movies. Big film geek, big film fan. But I also love making things and miniature things. So I've combined the two, and I have made lots of miniature, tiny scale houses and buildings from famous movies. If that's something that you would be interested in looking at, I'd love you to go and have a look at them on Instagram at McCool Collectibles or on Facebook. We've got loads of things on there, so like them, comment, send me a message if you like them, and also some of them are for sale.
Which ones are for sale?
The Ghostbusters Firehouse.
Excellent.
Psycho. And Up is on its way, the Up house.
Excellent. So where do you go to find out more?
That is on Instagram at McCool Collectibles.
And how do you spell McCool?
Oh, good question. That is MCKOOL.
Collectibles.
Go and check them out. Follow us. We love seeing new people.
Back to the podcast.
Bye.
Welcome back.
Welcome back from that advert break there.
Should we go into casting alternatives?
Yes, I think we shall.
Let's do it.
Okay, so normally I say pick a character, but to be honest, on this, there's not that many alternatives.
Oh, really?
For different ones. There's a couple of good alternatives, but not for each character. Some of them that she was literally like, as you would imagine, Tina Fey was like, I'm going to play the teacher.
Yeah.
And she wanted her friend from SNL to play the principal.
The mum.
And the mum.
Yeah.
Yes. But so Lindsay Lohan or Cady.
Cady.
So originally, Lindsay Lohan was asked to play and had pretty much signed up for Regina, for the Mean Girl.
Oh, wow.
But she was worried that people would think that she was a mean girl in the public eye, and she was worried about, ironically,
time has not proven.
tarnishing her reputation. Yeah. So she said she wanted to play the caddy. She wanted to play the nice girl.
Which it does make sense given that she was Parent Trap and like she's sweet. She had played sweet characters before.
I think she's very good. It's one of those ones. It's such a shame for Lindsay Lohan that what happened to her. Yeah. Because she was a good actress. Yeah. You know, like if you think of like Drew Barrymore. Yeah. And if you think that like Drew Barrymore is, I love Drew Barrymore in like the St. Clarita Diet and that she's so good, and she did lots of films in a sort of 20s 30s that are good films. Never Been Kissed and that, and she
Charlie's Angels.
Full Throttle. It's a good film. Have you seen it?
Nope.
There we go. And she sort of turned around the whole
Wild Child.
But Lindsay Lohan, sadly,
not so much.
But
so she was cast to play Regina. So who was getting involved for Cady?
Well, it was the other. So it was the sort of the swap roles. So Rachel McAdams, who's I think fantastic as Regina.
Yeah, really good.
They wanted her to play Cady.
Okay.
And it was the director. He said that only nice girls can play mean girls convincingly.
Okay.
So she's and from what I hear, she's meant to be a very nice
Oh
person.
yeah. You can tell from the stuff she's done since.
Yeah, and the thing, so
she was good in the Mark Ruffalo Catholic Church one, Spotlight.
Yeah, she's
good
really
in
good in
Spotlight.
that. She won. No, did she get nominated? She got nominated for an Oscar.
Did she?
In that, yeah, she didn't win. But so she done Hot Chick in 2002, which
Right.
I love Hot Chick. It's Rob Schneider,
Oh,
and
God,
they do a switcheroony, switcheroony, and she did Mean Girls in 2004.
Yeah.
But big year for Rachel McAdams in 2004. She did Notebook.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Notebook?
I've never seen
we,
Notebook.
That's okay. That's one we need to watch. Notebook. That's
Oh, I knew I'd regret this.
it's really good. But she was also 26. So when she did this, she was 26, playing 16. She's
Yeah.
meant to be in it. I think convincingly. I think she passes.
I think-
they're all in the same age.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
She doesn't stand out that she is
No,
8 years older.
I think the director's made a good choice there.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason why you would want. I think Lindsay Lohan has just her face is a bit more innocent as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Or was more innocent.
Well, you said, funny enough, but I thought it was quite funny at the start. You were like, "Why is everyone ignoring her? There's no way that people would actually ignore her because she's really cute in it."
Yeah.
And then they address that
Straight
instantly.
away. Yeah.
And it's that brilliant line. And it's like, "Oh, you're really pretty. Thanks." So you think you're really pretty. It's like, oh,
Ah,
I love Regina. But yeah, so that was sort of the other way around. Oh, Amanda Seyfried.
yeah, sure.
Karen.
Yeah.
The dumb blonde.
Yeah.
And
Mamma Mia.
she was up for Cady as well.
Which, yeah, again, you can see more so than Rachel McAdams, I think,
Yeah.
because, yeah, she definitely is a
More innocent.
cute sort of,
Yeah. But they said that she could play the dumb character so well that they were like, you need to
Yeah, she's
play
nailed
that.
on for that.
She's
Yeah.
I think that she's brilliant in that. Scarlett Johansson auditioned for
Wow.
No
Okay.
Karen for the dumb blonde.
Really?
Yeah, she auditioned for that, which I was really interested when I read this, because at the time she'd done, the year before had been Girl with a Pearl Earring and Lost in Translation in 2003. So
She was on the map
she was well and truly on the map.
at that point.
Like Girl in the Pearl Earring she's the girl with the pearl earring. She's the lead in that film. So it wasn't like that she was an unknown actress
Yeah.
applying for it. But also Ashley Tisdale.
Oh, from High School Musical.
Yeah.
Oh, she could have done any of those, really.
Karen, she was again on the map for
Yeah, she
the
could have done. Well, I mean, she effectively is Regina in High School Musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would have been too. I think she may have been too young, or at least too young looking to
Yeah.
be in that group of girls. The other one for Regina, which you won't know her name, but you'll know who she is Alicia Cuthbert.
I know Alicia Cuthbert.
Do you really?
I've dabbled.
What film would you
She's
know her?
Girl Next Door.
She is Girl Next Door. Where she plays the porn star.
Yeah, I
that
think
lives
she
next
might
door.
play the porn star. Yeah.
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 And she's also Jack Dwight is his name in 24. She's the daughter.
Oh, Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer.
Jack Dwight. Where did that
Don't
come
know why
That's
Dwight.
really not a cool name for
Dwight.
for a secret agent or whatever.
Jack Dwight.
Never seen 24.
I've seen a few episodes and it made me feel a bit motion sick.
Okay.
I believe it's really good, and from people
I've
who've
heard
said
great
that
things,
it's really, really good. But they split the screen, and you've seen I can't read a text message in the car because it makes me feel sick when I'm not driving.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Very good distinction there.
But I'm driving, I can read in 5. No, that's joking. When I'm in the passenger, I can't do anything because it makes me go, oh, nauseous. So watching 24 when it's like, beep, 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 beep.
But yes, I do know who Alicia Cuthbert is.
I had to Google her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did you have to Google her?
No, I've her face popped pops up when you say her name. Yeah, so again, she would have fit in.
The last one I've got is the boyfriend character.
Oh well, I was going to ask about him.
Yeah.
You go first. And...
So the actor that was sort of up for his role that they originally wanted was James Franco.
Oh.
Would have been a very different. I think he could have done it, but
the thing is with James Franco is, we know he's weird now.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a big fan, but
yeah.
we know he's a bit creepy now.
Yeah.
We he could easily have played like Dave Franco.
Yeah, I think he was relatively still.
Yeah, it would have
on
been.
his way to mainstream then, like 127 hours.
Oh, that was well after that.
I think no, it wasn't that much after. I want to say 2007. I'm going to go there with 2007.
Oh, I think you're wrong.
What do you think it is?
I think it's much less than that. 2011.
Oh, no. Although 127 hours is, what do I say, like, 48 hours or something?
2010. Yeah.
I am shocked. 2010.
I tried them apples.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
Have you seen Good Will Hunting?
I have seen Good Will Hunting. He was Harry Osborn in Spider-Man.
Oh, okay, but he's still quite creepy in that.
He is, yeah. Pineapple Express wasn't 2008. So yeah, he'd been known at that point for playing.
I think that the guy that they got, who I can't think, Jonathan something or other.
Jonathan something or other.
Yeah. So he's done a.
Well, I was going to ask what's he done since. So I didn't recognise him.
Nothing that I could recognize, to be honest. But he's got like 100 acting credits. I think he's lots of bit characters and.
Yeah,
things.
he was quite nothing really.
But he is also he owns a gym in I think Los Angeles and is a personal trainer.
Good
so
thing.
He's still a jobbing actor.
Yeah.
But you could go and get trained by him if you were so inclined. I know a few people that definitely would want to have that.
he was in, yeah, definitely. You can go to him and I'll go to Alicia Cuthbert. Right. Cheaper by the Dozen 2.
Yes.
He was in.
Yeah. I think he was he the boyfriend?
He was Bud McNulty.
Yeah, good name.
But he was sort of nothing really. I guess it wasn't about...
He had great hair.
He got great hair.
Great hair.
It wasn't really about him, though, I guess.
No,
he
was they picked a perfect casting of the teenage girl sort of
Universal
fantasy boyfriend of the great hair, borderline non-sexual, no threatening aspect to him, just a nice sweet boy, and likes her for who she is, doesn't like her when she starts changing.
Yeah, like every sort of coming of age film.
Yeah. But no, so basically they wanted to they had the cast and then they were like, well, maybe you in this part, maybe you in this part. But I think they did real. I think they nailed it. I love Gretchen.
Yeah.
I think she's my favourite character in it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just love when she starts snapping and starts releasing all the secrets. No one knew about her nose job. Don't tell
anyone.
Do you want a few random trivia that doesn't fit in anywhere else in the podcast other than at the end?
At the end. Any other business?
Any other business? Any other business? Any other business? No?
No.
Okay. That was...
Never do that again.
That was meant to be like any old iron. Any old iron.
I don't know. I don't get the reference. It's too niche. What are you doing?
Someone will get it. Send us a message if you get what that is.
No one will get it. No, I can...
I don't even get it.
No. What's going on?
I'm very tired. Okay, so there is a musical.
Yes.
From 2017. It's on Broadway. Regina in Latin means queen.
Very nice.
She's the queen bee, which is a direct link to the book of queen bees.
Very nice.
And wannabes.
That's good.
In 2013, Obama, or the White House, but Obama, tweeted a picture of their dog with a ball in his mouth, and the caption was, "Boo, stop trying to make fetch happen." I just that was in 2013,
That's cool.
so that's like 9 years later, and
That's
it's still very much in the public consciousness. I think fetch is a thing now, because the whole point of it is like stop trying to.
You've said it a lot in the last week, but I've never heard it before.
That is so fetch. Do you know what the day is? What Mean Girls Day is?
Yeah, 3rd of October.
Yay! Had you? Because I saw that when them say that, and your eyes like lit up. So have you heard that?
I've heard that before.
You've heard that
on
Mean Girls.
the 3rd of October, he asked me what day it is. The 3rd of October, October 3rd, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Mean Girls Day.
Yeah, big. I like that. Love that.
And the probably the last one I've got is the Amy Poehler. Big fans of Amy Poehler. Was only 17, only 7 years older than
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, so she was 33 in it, and Rachel McAdams was 26.
Thing is, Rachel McAdams could still probably play that character.
Oh yeah, she's. We saw her. What was that one that we watched recently? Date night. Game night.
Yeah.
And
With Jason Bateman.
Yeah, and she's really good in that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think she could definitely. She's just gorgeous and ageless, and seems really nice. As well.
Yeah.
But that's about it for it. If I think of any more, we'll put them on the Instagram. Because after we finish this on every episode, I've gone, I should have mentioned that. So I'll put them on the Instagram.
It's been interesting to do a comedy because obviously there's a bit less to talk about, I think.
Yeah,
But
modern comedies. I think older comedies you can maybe go into a little bit more because there's more time and maybe more influential.
Yeah.
I mean, this film was very influential, and I think it still is now, but.
Oh, definitely.
Less so.
It holds up, which is a testament for something that you look at American Pie now, or what else was on that list? You look at those types of films.
She's All That.
Yeah, good one. She's All That. Would that stand up now?
I think that would stand up for us for a nostalgia film, but I think if you were watching it first viewing, you'd be like, oh my god, this is so cliche.
Yeah. But this was great. It was.
Well, if we've watched this after work, midweek, and you've enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed it.
Very much
and
enjoyed it.
I think that's a good thing. Whereas I would probably have thought this was like a Saturday afternoon film.
Yeah.
But it's a good enough film to just watch.
Oh,
anytime.
definitely,
Yeah.
Definitely. Right, so we've done Mean Girls. Mm-hmm. What are we going to watch next? Because I have not seen a hell of a lot of films. We should do something similar to Mean Girls, right?
No, I think we should go somewhere. Okay. Well, you already know, but I'm going to see if anyone else can guess. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Golden night. We're gonna watch Golden Eye.
We're going to watch Golden Eye.
How have you never seen Golden Eye?
I don't know.
It's insane.
I don't know.
I think I suggested to watch this a few months ago, wasn't it? And I was like, I'd love to rewatch Golden Eye. And you're like, I've never seen it.
Yeah. Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan, my Bond. Pierce Brosnan is my Bond. I'm so looking forward to this. Big Bond fan. Of the early Bonds. Not so much. I enjoyed the Daniel Craig ones, but Bond from the sort of Sean Connery, Roger Moore.
Up to Pierce Brosnan.
I do really like Daniel Craig, but I think that they're almost too good. They're almost like good films, whereas I like the gadgets.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna watch that.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. It's something. I mean, God, I've probably only seen maybe 2 or 3.
You played
Bond
the
films.
game.
I played GoldenEye on N64 because
Yeah.
everyone has. But I honestly can't tell you why. Again, I don't know why.
I don't know why you miss GoldenEye, because that definitely would have been on TV and.
Oh yeah.
To
Oh no,
to
it's a huge
watch.
film.
Yeah.
Obviously, being Bond, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think I think I'm going to enjoy it. Pierce Brosnan's great. And he is my Bond despite not seeing it in any. He's who I associate as being Bond.
We're gonna have to buy it though because I have it on VHS and we don't have a VHS.
We could buy
player.
a VHS player. Is it more cost effective? Who knows? Yes, so we'll go get it.
Yes.
And we'll watch it.
Yes.
And then we'll do a podcast on it.
Woohoo! Probably what we are now. Wednesday to Thursday tomorrow showing this one. Or today. Hi.
Hey. Well, we'll do it in the next few days.
Yes.
We'll watch that and we'll be back to tell you our thoughts on it and a few alternative castings. That's going to be interesting.
Well, actually, probably everyone, isn't it? Everyone's been up for Bond at some point.
Well, that's a good point because Bond now, we've got like Idris Elba and people like that being linked to it. Mm-hmm. It'd be interesting to see who was in the mix in the 90s.
Yeah, saying as that Daniel Craig, I remember when Daniel Craig was doing it, it was like, it's a blonde Bond?
Yeah.
Like...
Blonde Bombshell.
Is that what one of the things was?
No.
Have you just made that up? I'm impressed.
It's almost certainly been done before.
Oh, if it's not...
I'm going to trademark that, yeah. Sorted.
So we're going to go and watch... Not now. We're going to go watch GoldenEye.
Yes.
And see what Andrew thinks.
Let's see. You can get in touch with us on Instagram, Twitter, via our website, all sorts of things. The details of which should be on the podcast blurb. Mm-hmm. But you can find us on Instagram at How Have You Not Seen. Mm-hmm. And we'd love to hear from you. Yeah,
the people that have been chatting away on Instagram, been really enjoying it. So yes, send us a message. We'll say hello.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.